After a full day of play, stimulating environments, new people, new places, most children with ASD still find it difficult to wind down and get ready for a peaceful night's sleep. And most of them have severe chronic sleep problems that tend to worsen challenging behavior, interfere with learning, and even decrease the overall quality of life. Hi everyone, welcome back to AIMS Online. Today I'll be sharing 5 tips that can help you at home to improve your child's sleeping. But first, let us read a question from a parent. Hi Pretty and team, my 10-year-old son is on the spectrum and one of my major worries with him are his sleep patterns. He would have a full day that would exhaust any child, but he would sleep for maybe 2 or 3 hours. This wears out the whole family, including his poor carers who still need to be awake and active for him during the day. What can we try out at home to help him sleep better? Children diagnosed with ASD usually have some sleep pattern problems. You can find that some will sleep very soundly all night and are difficult to get started in the morning, and some have trouble falling and staying asleep. Or you'll find that some wake up too early and have a hard time going back to sleep. And it all makes sense because we all need a good night's rest in order to tackle another day. Research recommends and advises that all children and teenagers with autism should be checked for trouble sleeping. Then that way the parents will learn ways to help their child to sleep better. No single suggestion will work for all children when it comes to helping your ASD child to fall asleep better. But here are our 5 tips that you can try at home to help. Number 1, set up a consistent bedtime routine. Try to draw up a bedtime routine that will be predictable and will wind down and prepare the child for sleep 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime. By this we mean no stimulating and alerting activities and food 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime. So, avoid rough play and fun games such as wrestling and tickles, and avoid electronics such as video games, scary movies and TV, and all gadgets altogether before bedtime. This is because they will leave the child way too stimulated to fall asleep. So instead, your bedtime routine should include more calmer and more relaxing activities such as reading, coloring, drawing, construction play, puzzles, or even listening to calm and quiet music. Number 2, consider soothing sensory experience for relaxation. Remember, sensory integration is an important part of an autistic individual's being. So you can try some sensory activities to help them to physically wind down before bedtime. You can try a relaxing bath or shower followed by a 5-minute towel rub. Be sure to use downward strokes. If your child needs more of this calming pressure, you can even bring in some lotion. Again, rub downwards with lotion and add a little pressure. Number 3, set up a non-stimulating sleeping environment. The bedroom should be dark, quiet and cool, and children with ASD might be particularly sensitive to noise and other sensory issues. And of course, the environment should be adaptable to make your child as comfortable as possible. You can even try out some soothing essential smells in the room for a child that may appreciate this. Number 4, encourage physical exercise during the day. Adding some physical exercise during the day for the child may help them to have a more deeper sleep and may make it a bit more easier for them to fall asleep. And just be careful that they don't exercise too close to bedtime though, otherwise it will make it more difficult for them to fall asleep. Number 5, and lastly, teach your child to fall asleep by themselves. It's quite important to teach our children to fall asleep on their own. This is because we all wake up several times each night, and this is natural, so we all do it. Each time we wake up, we check our sleeping environment and then we quickly go back to sleep. These wakings are so brief and we often do not remember them in the morning. Now, if your child cannot fall asleep alone, then each time he or she wakes up, it's going to be hard for them to fall back asleep by themselves. However, if your child learns to fall asleep alone, then he or she will be able to learn to fall back asleep at night times of natural night awakenings and wake up more rested in the morning. And there you go, folks. Those were our 5 tips to help your ASD child to sleep better. I hope you found them helpful. And remember, in every strategy that you want to implement, remember the 3 C's. Child-specific and interest-based all the time. Clear and concise instructions and execution. And lastly, stay consistent. Until next time, goodbye.